we've not even thought of in terms of, the way the blouse is even stitched, the way the sari was draped, the blouse on top and the sari below. It was such a great way of contemporizing such a traditional fabric. And you have Rasika, who looks beautiful in your garment today. So I'd love to hear from you, Gunjan. After all of the hard work, how was it like to have that beautiful, fruitful, presentation at Lakme Fashion Week today?
Thank you so much. Should I pick one? Thank you so much. Oh gosh, I feel on the top of the world right now. I mean, Lakme Fashion Week has been my dream. It's a great platform. Uh, it was mostly to reach out to more and more people and, tell them about Orissa Weaves, which is a gold mine of textiles. Vriash has been working there for 10 years. And we have been innovating mostly with tussar silks in Ikat and Jala traditional weaves, contemporizing the textures, the designs, and of course the drapes, as you mentioned. But making sure that the cultural significance of the textiles remain intact. Uh, the idea behind the collection Yogini, as you said rightly, was to bring forth the idea of a sari as a garment that can be worn by a woman who likes to be what she wants to be in a Vrik sari. We have that misnomer about the sari that, oh, you have to drape and look pretty and sit pretty and, be very feminine and delicate. But hey, come on, you know, we like up and about, and we don't have time to do any of that. We're empowered, we're independent like Rasika, and yeah, we want to we want to wear the sari however we want to wear it. And that was the whole idea about the drapes, to encourage young women to wear the sari in whatever way they would like to wear. And we've been researching on traditional Orissa drapes as well, which we've contemporized over the years, as you could see in the show.
Gunjan, actually, that was beautifully depicted on the show. I have another question for you, because the detailing and the way the models, the sari was draped, it really was stunning, especially in terms of the detailing and the artwork. Apart from that, what we got to see was the contemporary twist of it. So, be it a corseted belt or an OB belt, or having a very nice boat neck cut out to the blouse, draped under this, like over the sari. How did you conceptualize that show? Because the end result was just fantastic, all of the models lining up, and you got to see every taper detailing of the collection. So what was the thought behind that presentation?
Well, my inspiration comes from a very rare temple called the Chauset Yogini in Orissa. There are only 4 in India and 2 are in Orissa. It was built between the 9th and the 12th century AD. 64 Chauset. So 64 female deities are sculpted around the inner wall of the temple, and every woman has its own very independent character depicted to herself. And that was the idea behind the beautiful contemporary ikats and tasar jala work that we did in different avatars. And that was actually the idea, that all of us as women, we don't have, we're not all one type, right? We all are very different, and even as an individual, I have multiple characteristics. So the idea was to break the stereotype that women are of different kinds, and one woman also has different faces. Uh, we have mood swings. We have, emotions of all kinds. And that's exactly what I wanted to, yeah, bring forth.
Thank you so much, Gunjan. That's so beautifully said, actually, that India is a gold mine, right from our culture, our heritage, our traditions, to what we have to offer to the global platforms. It really has so much to offer, and there's so much inspiration in every intricate detailing. Rasika, how was it like with all of keeping all of that ideology and all of that inspiration that Gunjan wanted to get on stage? What was it like walking down the runway? Because you looked absolutely stunning. You look beautiful, actually. We would love to hear from you. How was it like, this experience?
Actually, it's a real honor for me to be a part of this show because really I feel that the ideas that Gunjan is talking about and which is reflected in the work that she does is very in sync with what I think as well. I think the idea of choice is very, very misunderstood and times, especially at a time in our country where the conversation around gender is just so flawed that every day when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I just I just hope that people can get into a discourse rather than just be angry. And and those are really some of the ideas that I have tried to speak about every time I get an opportunity to, where the understanding that choice can mean to rebel or can mean to conform, that choice actually means free will. It does not mean that you have to break away from tradition. It can mean that you can stick to tradition as well. It can mean that you choose to do anything, and that you have the ability that society provides a platform for you to be able to think for yourself. And that's really the thought behind her work. And I'm also so genuinely moved actually when I hear about the kind of detailing that goes into the act of weaving itself. I mean, this is another level, I have to say. What she's doing is completely another level. But just whenever I meet weavers, in fact, when I go for shoots to smaller towns, I try and sort of, go to places which are sort of making the clothes that that place is known for. And just the act of weaving is just such an intimate process that I just feel like it moves me also. And I just feel like I'm no artist at all compared to those people. So it makes me feel very small as an artist, which is a very good space to always be in as an artist, because then there's room to grow. And the work that they're doing is just phenomenal. It really moves me as an artist. So I'm very happy to be a part of this.
Thank you so much, Rasika. Thank you so much, Gunjan. I'm just going to open the floor to media if you have any questions.
Totally, totally. Yes, I will take that advice. Definitely.
Spoken like a true admirer. Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions from media? Okay, perfect. I would request the two of you to please come to the front. We'd like to take a couple of pictures. Thank you so much.